Thrust levers.
Set.
ECAM recall.
Checked.
Anti-skid.
On.
Emergency lights.
Checked and armed.
No smoking signs.
On.
Air condition.
Checked.
Ventilation panel.
Is checked.
Fuel pumps.
Set on.
Adheres.
Checked.
Checklist complete.
Before start checklist.
Windows and doors.
Closed and locked.
APU.
Set on.
APU bleed.
One 0 0 8.
1008. Check. Beacon lights.
Set on.
Checklist complete.
Flight deck to ground.
Go ahead, sir.
Ground, we have ATC clearance for push and start.
Starting
Okay.
number 1. Starting engine 2.
Engine 2 is stabilized.
And pushback is complete, Captain.
Parking
Please check
brakes
your
are set.
parking brakes. Okay then, Captain. Tow bar disconnected. Your no steering pin is removed. All clear. Signal on the right. Have a good run, sir.
After start checklist.
Engine mode selector.
Set.
APU bleed.
Set off.
APU master. Pitch trim. Pitch trim.
Checked.
Flight controls.
Full left. Full right. Neutral. Full up. Full down. Neutral. Rudder. Full left. Full right. Neutral.
Check. Flaps.
Flaps 1.
Anti-ice.
Off.
ECAM status.
Checked.
ECAM door page.
Checked.
Hand signal.
Received.
Checklist complete.
Check.
Approaching 3-4.
Checklist complete.
Approaching 2-8.
Take
On
off.
runway 28.
Man, flex, SRS and runway.
Check. 100 knots.
Checked.
Meet 1. Rotate.
Gear up. Autopilot on.
Gear up.
Climb thrust.
Okay guys, we're about to begin our
Descent preparation
approaching to
checklist.
Frankfurt.
Seatbelt signs.
On.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Landing information.
Received.
Altimeter.
Standard.
Bearer radio.
Set.
Checklist complete.
Give me a moment here, I'm going to assume the temperatures stay. Say 1... No. One sec. The pressure is 1010. I'm presuming the reason we haven't started descending... Oh yeah, no. That's what the reason we haven't started
Initiating
descending.
descent.
FMA check.
Radar tilt.
No, stop,
Set
stop.
below.
There. We should be fine, the thing should descend and do all that stuff on its own. I'm switching that over to speed. No, it's throttle set to idle. Is it telling me to set this? So that disengages the idle throttle. That sets climb thrust. That sets auto throttle. What is our approach speed? I'm just curious. I'm presuming that's going to go up, at least I hope it will. There goes from saying that, you know, the speed that thing wants to... wants us to go to is below this thing's stall speed. There we go. I had to take my... Hey. There's another aircraft behind us. It wasn't a Dash 8. It looked... It could have been this aircraft. But I cannot be sure. Of course, we don't... When we make contrails... .1. No, that's just because we're meant to look around. Do you see? No, this aircraft looks to be considerably lower than the one we saw. Well, then again, that's the only one still flying, so that's the only one in flight, I should say. Okay. I'm just a bit curious about how this thing wanted us to approach. Turning. Yes, this is a retro. Well, this is a retro livery A321. I don't know what crank is. So, quick question: what are these? Like, were they there when the wing was attached to something? Well, first off, that one looks to be in the middle of the spoilers. And we're going to be using the spoilers a tiny bit. Like, when I say tiny bit, I mean a tiny bit. Yeah, these are the IAE engines, and that's the reason I'm not time accelerating. Yeah, what's the flight plan? What's it say? So, how far out are we? 80 miles, UTC 17. So it says we should be done. I'm just going to say another half hour. I'm not going... Like, I know that thing only says 15 minutes, but... we are going to gradually have to slow down. Oh yeah, and this also has wingless, not sharklets. We need to reduce our rate of descent because that way we're going to spend less time kind of loitering at low altitude. This is also going to allow us to save fuel. So we're going to spend more time with the engines idling, which I think uses less fuel than if they were running at a higher power setting that you would require at those altitudes. I don't know. I don't know what that is, and I'm not going to try to figure it out. Negative 2,500 or 2,500. Pretty sophisticated aircraft. Actually, if you look at a 737 versus one of these aircraft, you will see something. And that's the ground clearance. The 737s are a lot lower to the ground. Doesn't exactly mean it to put it out that much. So I'm going to actually adjust that slightly. 18,000 feet. I'm still, just progressively slowing down the goddammit brain work, the descent rate. And of course, this is going to be, I think, the Aerosoft Frankfurt X. Frankfurt X. Yeah, we're still quite a way up from the point at which I'm going to do a drastic deceleration. It's going to be just above 10,000. Fuel used, oil points. Well, it's fuel flow, okay. Okay, that just confused me. I'm just going to reduce the descent rate, or rate of descent. I've actually never seen a Lufthansa aircraft in this livery before, though. .270 knots. So we've got a lot of the way the shading or the lighting is done. Let's bring it all the way back to 240 knots. That should allow us to gradually once again decrease our rate of descent. Full spoilers now? No, I just put. We already at full spoilers. Well, we want. I know. We really need to lose that speed. I mean, we're only at 260. Well, then again, we've got another 1,000 feet of descending left to go. So hopefully that will allow us to lose that 10 or so knots. Passing 10,000 feet. Can I see those airports on this map? I don't think so. Oh wow, we were going very close on that.
Passing 10,000 feet.
Lights on.
There, you could just see them pop down. And reduce our rate of descent. Yeah, the reason I have those spoilers deployed is because the engines are idling. Keeping an eye on speed though. I'm not going to close it because they are actually going to close it themselves. What it says here is we'll have turned towards Lampa, or however you pronounce that. And basically turn towards EDDF. EDDF. Yeah, that was fun to say. Yeah, no, it seems like it's still... that's still basically the same amount of time, so it's still only going to be another 10 minutes or so. A bit less, I think. So at 2,000 feet we're going to level out. What is our distance, actually? 34. Yeah. Actually, I'm just going to shorten the time of it direct. I'm still going to level off. I'm going to level off in time and all. So this is going to shave a couple miles off. Don't know what that sudden loss of speed was. No. Lose it. Lose the speed. We came very close to breaking some rules there. And so there was that frantic deployment of speed brakes to bring it down. There's TAU. Somewhere.
1010. Checked.
8015. I can pull those in there. Hold on, actually. No, I thought that caused the condensation. Now we have another 2,000 feet of descending left to go, which should take a bit over a minute and 20 seconds. Key 1.
Approach checklist.
2,500.
Ecam status.
Checked.
Sliding tables.
See what I mean?
Stowed.
Cabin signs.
Checked.
Nav accuracy.
Checked.
Bearer reference.
Barrow reference set and cross-checked. 1015.
1015. Checked. Checklist complete.
Flight attendants, prepare for landing.
We're actually flying quite low. I think I'm not regretting reducing our descent, our rate of descent. Crap, I actually need a slew. Landing inhibit. I don't know what that means.
1,000.
Yeah.
1,000.
I heard you that first time. Right, you can see Frankfurt over there. I think once we pass the cell, it's going to tell me to reduce speed. There's an aircraft on approach. Now, this is meant to be Frankfurt, or Frankfurt, however you pronounce it. As you just heard, I pronounce it Frankfurt. No, I forgot to zoom in. Even though I just set it to 20. Let's see what happens once we pass the cell. It's like, first now it's just set speed lower than the green dot. Oh, see, like, at this point we could deploy the... we could set flaps 1.
Speed check, flaps 1.
Alright, what's our approach speed? I believe we're at the point, so perf 150.
Flaps 2.
Okay, so they're going
Speed
to do
check,
that now.
flaps 2.
Let's just watch yep, gear down. Strange seeing that happen without me doing anything, you know.
Speed check, flaps full.
Yeah, the sound you can hear is actually the
Landing gear,
Down and locked. 3 greens.
ground spoilers,
Checked and armed.
auto brakes,
Max.
exterior lights,
On.
go around altitude,
Set.
landing memo,
Checked no blue.
checklist complete.
You're not 10 out of primary. No, okay, good. Now we're going for the central runway, you can see there. And see, this is the good thing about this approach wind. If there's a crosswind, this thing will correct it. Right, that makes my life as the pilot, in quotation marks, easier. Once we reach that point, we're going to have to start descending towards the runway. We're going to begin our final approach. So what's the next checklist? Final. I think we've done the landing. Went up. I don't know. Well, that thing is live. It's just the altitude. So already basically approaching correctly, so it won't need to do any turns. What we'll have to do... There. I think that's localizer live.
Localizer captured.
So now this thing should drop the nose at any second. Yeah, maybe. Sometime today would be nice. You can always tell when it's about to enter approach, or when it's entering approach. It's blatantly obvious. You see a significant drop in the level of the nose. Like us. Oh. And it seems that's very useful, as there are no pappies. Oh, no, there are pappies. Okay, they were just difficult. So I need a... I really badly want a screenshot from just above the ground. Oh, there's some diggers of some kind, excavators. Also, the reason I'm not letting this thing auto-land... Oh yeah! Frankfurt, yeah, that's the runway where you have to drive over a highway. I should do it. Wait a second, why do I see A380s going over that?
07 left.
Yeah, I think that's 07 left. No, that's 07 left. Yeah, you can see the frame drop here. It's noticeable.
500. 400.
You can see this is another one right here. And screenshot, perfect.
100.
Flight slope.
70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, retard 10, 5.
Brake. Reverse. I said reverse. Are you deaf, mate? I told you reverse. And by the time it deploys the reverses, we have to basically stow them. The spoilers didn't even deploy. Well, that just because I stowed the thing. Turn off here. It's quite a sharp turn off, and I know the aircraft is capable of doing it. What's their speed? The speed looked to be fairly high, but that could have just could have just been, you know, what it looked like. Right, the APU spooling up. I know you would also have to cross there. No entry, yada yada, boom boom. I know, we're just going to park somewhere here. That's quite loud. Yep, this gate will do us just fine. Oh. It's only a gate from the other side, so we're going to have to do a U-turn here. That's okay, though. Don't ask me what... Oh, it seems so weird. Seriously, sometimes it sounds like a dying dog. Seriously, it does. It sounds like the bark of a dying dog. Just sad. Expert U-turn there. Almost. See what I mean? Expert. I'm not an expert. The thing is, that was a flight from Dublin to Frankfurt with a Lufthansa A321. I'm Bottom 35. Goodbye.